Hey everyone, it's Jacqueline at Pixie Dust PhD. My most recent trip to Walt Disney World in January of 2023 was really short. We only did 2 park days. Typically, I always purchase Memory Maker in advance in order to cover all of my PhotoPass pictures through my entire trip. But of course, that's $169 even when you buy it early, which is a lot of money for 2 park days. Instead, we decided to play it by ear and maybe buy Memory Maker one day if we thought it made sense. Buying 2 instances of Memory Maker one day, one for each of our park days, is actually cheaper than buying Memory Maker in advance, so there was really no reason for us to buy the traditional Memory Maker. In this video, I'll go over the logistics of buying Memory Maker one day for our Magic Kingdom day. We'll also talk about results and my opinion on if it's worth it or not. Stay tuned. Thanks so much for engaging with the channel. I really appreciate it. You doing simple free actions like liking the video, commenting down below, and subscribing to the channel truly does help out. All those interactions help tell the YouTube algorithm that I'm putting something out here worthwhile that people might want to see, so hopefully we can get this information out to more people who need it. Before we get into opinions, first let's talk about purchasing one-day Memory Maker. To the best of my knowledge, this isn't something you can do in advance. Instead, go about your park day, taking PhotoPass pictures wherever you want. Then in the My Disney Experience app, you'll want to go ahead and view your photos. You'll do this by clicking the Photos tile in the app. Here you can see your PhotoPass pics watermarked. That's because you haven't paid for any of them yet. Once you've decided you want to buy Memory Maker one day, click on any photo. Next, click on Buy My Photos. Then you'll select a Memory Maker product. If there's more than one day's worth of photos you want to buy, then you can buy traditional Memory Maker for $199. In this case, I only want my Magic Kingdom Day photos, so I'm selecting one day. This is about $70. Once you complete your purchase, go ahead and refresh the page and magically all of the watermarks will be gone. Purchasing one-day Memory Maker on the fly is actually really simple through the My Disney Experience app. Now let's talk about results. This was a relatively long operation day at Magic Kingdom. They were officially open from 9 a.m. through 11 p.m. We didn't stay quite that whole time, but here are the pictures we managed to get. There were 13 what I call professional shots of Disney, so really nice pictures of the characters or points of interest, things without you in them. These are like beautiful stock photos for you. Altogether, we had 89 pictures with the castle. A few of these were kind of the castle, but mostly with the Chippendale 50th statues, but you know, the castle's in the background, so I'm counting them in this portion. Fairly often when we were walking up or down Main Street or around the hub, we would find a PhotoPass cast member with no line or maybe just 1 or 2 people. We'd just hop in it and snap some pics. We had 16 pictures in the Tomorrowland area, that's on the bridge between Tomorrowland and Fantasyland. And we got 12 pictures at the entrance to Adventureland. This was split up between 2 different times. We got 9 pictures in Fantasyland, again, 2 different PhotoPass cast members in different Fantasyland locations. There happened to be a PhotoPass cast member stationed outside of Big Thunder Mountain. I don't normally see them there. I thought that was pretty unique, so we stopped to get some pics there too. There were 10 of those in total. After you enter under the train station, there's that really cute bench with Roy, Disney, and Minnie. We got some pictures there. There were 16 in total. There were some with just my partner, some with just me, and then a few of us together. And I stopped in at Sir Mickey's to ask for a couple specific PhotoPass magic shots I thought they might have, and I ended up just having like a total photo shoot, so I got 16 pictures there. We got 9 pictures at the park entrance, so with the train station in the background. And then we got 6 pictures in the hub with the Mickey and Minnie 50th gold statues. For characters, we met Merida and got 12 pictures during that session. And we also met Mickey and there were 15 pictures then. Then there's the on-ride photos. We got picture and video files from 4 rides in total. This was Space Mountain, Buzz Lightyear, which comes with a photo and a fun video, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, which again, you get a photo and a video, and then Pirates of the Caribbean. We did ride Haunted Mansion, but we never got our picture for that. I didn't realize this until much later, but honestly, if you care a lot, you can contact PhotoPass and ask them to find it for you. It's easier to do this if you're still in person. In Magic Kingdom, I believe the PhotoPass cast member desk where you would talk to them about this is sort of near the Meet Mickey area in that Town Square Theater. When you enter there, there's a shop, and if you go to the shop, there's like a PhotoPass desk, so speak to them. But even if you're already home, there's an email address, there's a phone number. If you really want to try to retrieve your photos, you can do that. I realized we never got our Haunted Mansion picture probably a month later, and I thought about contacting them, and then I just figured it wasn't worth the effort. Now, out of all of those, we had 19 magic shots. One of them was a video. The magic shots are always so fun and they change seasonally, so this is a big highlight for me. I was really excited this time to get the magic shot with Orange Bird as well as the magic shot with Hua. And like I said earlier, if you like magic shots, Sir Mickey's is the place to go. They have a ton of magic shots that you can just take back to back, and they have super fun props as well. After 5 years of hunting, I finally managed to get the Fairy Wings photo. I can't tell you how many PhotoPass cast members I've asked for this picture. It's finally happened. I'm going to Sir Mickey's every time now. Overall, I believe that was about 227 or so unique files. These were mostly pictures, like I said, but we do have a few video files as well. Now, obviously, this is a ton of photos for one day. We absolutely did sort of go out of our way to get pictures. And like I mentioned with the castle pics, basically anytime we were in Magic Kingdom, if we walked past a PhotoPass cast member and they more or less didn't have a line, we stopped to get in their line of 1 or 2 people and take those pics. Also, we aren't shy. So if we see a PhotoPass cast member just sort of hanging out, not taking pictures of anyone, they don't have a line, we'll definitely ask if they're able to take our photo. I assume if they're taking their break, they aren't out on stage with the guests. Every time I've gone up to a PhotoPass cast member that looked bored and didn't have a line, they were happy to take our picture. And in Magic Kingdom, it's actually really easy to just sort of bump into PhotoPass cast members. It feels like they're everywhere. Definitely all up and down Main Street to get those perfect castle shots, as well as around the hub. But you'll also see them sometimes around in the lands. Like I said, the bridge between the hub and Tomorrowland, as well as Adventureland, are fairly popular areas. And sometimes a PhotoPass cast member or 2 will be stationed back in Fantasyland too. I tend to have better luck finding PhotoPass cast members in the various lands outside of Main Street and the hub in the proper daytime. Once the sun starts setting, it seems like they get assigned probably to take more pictures at the castle, or maybe their shifts end. But yeah, overall, definitely in Magic Kingdom, I don't find it difficult to find a PhotoPass cast member. And if you can spare the couple minutes to take some pics, if that's something you want from your vacation, it was not that challenging for us to rack up 200 plus photos in one day. Of course, everything wasn't super magical. We did have some disappointments with this as well. When we met Mickey, it was only the PhotoPass box, not a PhotoPass cast member. So there still was a character attendant, and I think they are the one pushing the button, telling the box when to take the picture. But obviously it's a stationary box. It doesn't really know the timing of capturing pictures while you're doing the interaction. It's static. It just is not good. They don't zoom in on your face. It doesn't capture the magic nearly in the same way. And in my opinion, meeting Mickey in the Magic Kingdom is like a marquee event and should be properly staffed. I'm not blaming the cast members. I don't know how high up this decision goes. It's definitely a cost-cutting measure that I'm not a fan of. We did also use Genie Plus Lightning Lane to go ahead and meet Tiana and Rapunzel. I love Princess Fairy Tale Hall. But when we got there was no PhotoPass at all. There was no PhotoPass cast member and there was no PhotoPass box. All of the pictures we got from that interaction were on our personal cameras, which is just not the same quality as the PhotoPass. As much as I disdain the PhotoPass boxes, I still think that's better than no professional camera at all. So that was a huge bummer, and honestly, it put me off so much that we didn't even bother doing the Cinderella side of Princess Fairy Tale Hall. Now, all of the PhotoPass cast members are fantastic at taking really professional looking photos. The knowledge of the magic shots, though, varies a lot person to person. Some of them are super into it and know exactly what you're asking for. Others are kind of just like, what? So for example, when we got our Pua magic shot, I actually asked that person, hey, do you have the Pua magic shot? And they said, what's a Pua? And I'm sitting here thinking, you're a Disney cast member and you have this limited time magic shot and you don't even know who Pua is. So I said, you know, the little pig from Moana, and he said, no, you'll sit there and it'll be Mickey or Minnie next to you. And I was like, oh, okay, you know, it is what it is. It did end up being Pua, which is awesome, but if you looked at the promo Pua picture that Disney PhotoPass, the service, was advertising, they kind of positioned you to look like you were a little like tickling his belly or something, and we were kind of just sitting there as if Pua wasn't even there. So I think if we had gotten a cast member who was a little bit more knowledgeable about their magic shots, it could have come out a lot cuter. And every now and again, very rarely, you will run into a PhotoPass cast member where you ask for a magic shot and they say, yeah, I already did it. And they just absolutely did not. But overall, do I think One Day Memory Maker was worth it? For me, definitely yes. You saw the results. We got over 200 files. We were taking pictures left and right, and I now have professional, beautiful photos to remind me of that day. And also buying it was really easy and straightforward, which is awesome. Now, is it going to be worth it for you? That's only something you can decide. I specifically budgeted for this when we were planning this trip, so it's not like the cost or anything was a surprise to me. And I definitely like enough of our 200 pictures to way outdo the total of buying individual photos that would get me to $70. This shows my bias a lot though, because I am overall very pro Memory Maker in general. How do you feel about Memory Maker? And if you've ever done a really short trips to the parks, have you ever bought or considered buying One Day Memory Maker? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you have any questions about this, leave those in the comments down below and I'll do my best to get back to you with a useful answer. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please do remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. May the rest of your day be magical, and we'll see you real soon at Pixie Dust PhD.